And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you here live to Pope Francis Preparatory School in Springfield, Mass., where it is your Pope Francis Cardinals, ranked number 4 in the D3 polls, up against the Dedham Marauders. I'm Don Percy here, the voice of the Cardinals. And we're here for the round of 16 game here. Win, move on, lose, go home in the state tournament here so far here. Pope off of a 4-1 win over the Drake Middies, who is currently ranked number 29. So that was a good opening round win. So I'm going to get Pope going here. Dedham with a upset against Apponequet Regional here over the number 13 Apponequet Regional, 3-2 in the opening round so far here. And as we take a look at the D3 bracket here, we have seen quite a few upsets, especially across where it has gotten to the point here, especially in the Elite Eight, with the next upcoming game here, where the big powerhouse, the Medfield for girls soccer, currently ranked number 1, is set against the number 25 ranked Tewksbury of the Elite Eight. So Tewksbury up to that point at 2 upsets here through the round of 32 through the preliminary round and through the round of 16 so far. So the 2 Elite 8 games that have been set right now are Medfield, number 1, and number 25, Tewksbury, and then as well, number 3, Norwell, and number 11, Auburn, right now in the Elite 8. The winner of this game, winner of the Pope Dedham game, is set to take on the winner of the Wilmingham East Bridgewater game, 12 versus a 28 seed here. And something that immediately pointing out right now, we have seen the officials put the whistles away for all of the state games and all of the postseason games here so far here. No whistles at all, calling it 1-1, 2-2, both ways here. Nothing going one way, lopsided at all here among the state tournament bracket here. So we're here on a gloomy, wet, rainy Monday night here at Pope Francis. 3 minutes into the opening half here so far, as leading this Pope Francis team in the postseason was Mila Dillard with 4 points in the last game versus the Drake Middies. 2 goals, 2 assists, Maeve Termel with an assist, and Rylan Wishkevitz with an assist as well. Also, Layla Rosati for her 4th goal of the season here, just to give a little bit of a recap for those of you that may have missed out on the round of 32 versus the Drake Middies. So that was the opening round that was set here at Pope. That was, I believe, a Thursday night game here at Pope Francis. So up to this point here, the number 4, the number 20 team going head-to-head so far. Again, as we saw in that Drake game here, the Middies came out with a little bit of fire, especially playing in the opening 15 minutes. They started to pile some shots in on Pope here. They had the opening. There was a time where it was like 5-1 in shots on goal. And Drake did a good job of getting it deep into the O-zone here, especially for the Pope defense. So it gave them a little bit of something to think about here. Pope looking to turn that around here, is not looking to have the same start. And that's the thing, you can't have the same start that you had against a team, the Drake Middies, let alone regardless that you won. You can't have the same start that you had there. It was 15 minutes, you were getting outshot 5-1 here. You would tally 2 goals on the next shot, which that's what you want to see, but can't be getting outshot early 10, 15 minutes into the game here. That is not what's going to win you and make you go on in these state games here so far. So the winner of this game set to play the winner of the Wilmingham East Bridgewater game. And East Bridgewater had quite the upset themselves, especially heading into this round of 16 game, as they would play number 5 ranked Hanover, and they come out on top with a 1-0 win. So East Bridgewater with a big upset here in the opening round. The number 5 team goes down, Hanover 1-0. So Pope Francis, though, looking to keep their postseason streak alive here and looking to bring home what could be the first state championship for a soccer team in Cardinals history, certainly. As the boys' soccer, unfortunately, was a well-fought game, but they met their match versus the Norwell Clippers for the 2nd year in a row here. 2nd time losing 1-0, 2nd time falling to the same team back-to-back. And it's going to happen one of the years. From the boys and the girls soccer, one of these years, Pope will come out on top versus Norwell. Unfortunately, this year, it just wasn't it so far. So, an unfortunate loss for the boys. Here's a shot from the outside lane here. Will bounce off the outside of the net for Eden Kornacki to make an easy reaction save there. So shots on goal. No one with a shot on goal yet. Here we thought Dedham might have got the opening shot on goal, but nothing for them so far. Here, so as we said, MIAA leading the season, 20 points for the Cardinals, Maeve Trammell 15, and Rylan Wishkevitz with 18 so far. Trammell leading goal scorer, Dillard leading points scorer for the Cardinals here. So this big offensive line that we have talked about time and time again here. Pope, up to this point, 9-3-7. We said only teams that they have lost from, Nepomuk Regional, who is currently ranked, I believe, second on the D3 polls in the D3 bracket. That was a 3-0 loss midway through the season, but hey, you've come a long way. So certainly there's definitely not only room for improvement, but definitely a closer game that you could have ahead of your schedule here. Most recently, though, with a loss, a 2-1 loss against Longmeadow, as we said, in the Western Mass Class A Finals. Girls looking for the 4-peat, unfortunately cut down in PKs, losing that by a final score of 2-1. So an unfortunate end for them. No, but what matters most here now is coming out on top with a round of 16 win. And the big question here, if they can get past the round of 16, is the round of 8 up next. It's something that has haunted many Pope teams for years to come here, across boys and across girls soccer here. Just have not been able to get past the round of 8 here. We said it was with boys baseball, the quest of just getting to the round of 32, just getting to the state tournament. For many years, it was just getting to that point for the boys baseball team, especially in the fall. And they got to that point, and they fought very hard, especially this past spring, I should say. Unfortunately, just came too little, too late, and it was just too short. A 4-0 loss against the Natick Redhawks. So we're going to bounce back all sports teams after this season here, as the winter sports season also coming up as well. I'll give you a brief rundown of the games we can expect. The opening games for basketball and hockey across both boys and girls teams. Here, as all the games right now are set for opening games of the season, including scrimmages, are all away games. So, certainly interesting. Though we look to cover most of the boys and girls winter sports games as well, though. Here, as Pope with really, so far, we said you can't get off to that 10-15 minute start where it's just you're letting the other team, in this case the Marauders, playing in their own as the ball is inbounded here by the Marauders on the far side before it was trying to get sent upfield by Chelsea Brennan. But 9 minutes in here, Dedham with a lot of ozone space and a lot of ozone possession here, a lot of opportunity, especially for them coming in as the number 23. I think this is something that definitely played a key role in them with the upset versus Apponequet Regional here. We said a 3-2 win versus number 13 Apponequet Regional. And certainly, we've seen teams that have had, example, Tewksbury heading on to play number 1 Medfield. We've seen teams that have definitely had the gas in them to upset one, if not two, high-ranked teams here. So the question, though, of course, do we see an upset here tonight? Hopefully not, if you're a Cardinals fan. And especially across the other side of the Elite 8 bracket, does the number 25 Tewksbury continue their run into the D3 state tournament here, as Mila Dillard dancing her way through the middle here at the 30-yard line, trying to give it off to the side, find Maeve Trammell. Maeve Trammell finds Rylan Wishkevitz, who tried to fire a shot off. Forward is blocked by the Marauders, and this will be sent out of bounds here, just 10 minutes into the opening half. So again, we may hear, just so the folks at home are aware, may hear a broadcast here for the second half, may not. It could be, unfortunately, just dead time here, but hopefully we look to bring you a live broadcast here. We will bring the recording. Unsure if I will be here, though, myself. So it may just be really dead time, dead talk, nothing going on other than just a recording. So we do apologize for that in advance here, but still 29 minutes left to play here. We'll certainly look to give you the best we can here, as shot coming from Maeve Trammell along the far side, as this one is just trickled wide of the Dedham net. As Mila Dillard here with the corner kick. Has the length, trying to get on net as she had Ali Soja heading to the far side. This ball will be sent out of play. And Dedham will get subs on the field, get some fresh legs subbed on the field for the Marauders. With 28:30 remaining in the opening half so far. As this punt all the way up to the 35-yard line of the Dedham zone. Sophie Samard keeps it in, trying to look along the close side for Chelsea Brennan. Ford is sent back out. Chelsea Brennan plays it back for Sophie Samard. Tries to find Brennan again. Only for it to be sent out of bounds here along the far side. Marauders will get the inbound. Here before it's sent back out, immediately gain a couple of yards, though, for Dedham. So certainly, Pope Francis, we've seen opening 10 minutes, certainly not their best. Here, a lot of time in the D zone here, but good job keeping the shots all the way to the outside, limiting the shots on goal. Really, I mean, actually none so far here. We're still looking for the opening shot here at a 0-0 game. So surprising factor indeed here. Both teams without a registered shot on goal. So as we said, winner will play the number 12, number 28, Wilmingham, East Bridgewater, the winner of that game. And they will punch their ticket to the Elite 8 round here so far. The ball is sent out along the far side of the field, so Sophie Samard will get the inbound once again. Samard looking to send it up for field for Rylan Wishkevitz before it's taken back by Ella Brasilarchi. Brasilarchi trying to dance with it here along the 40-yard line. Dedham looking to get it back the other way, as they do. Here, Hannah Johnson will play back for goaltender Eden Kornacki. Kornacki looking at her options upfield. Leaves off for Peyton Ramirez. Ramirez gives a little touch pass. Maybe looking to go for Kornacki. Instead, she sauces it off for close side for Peyton Beedling. Ball looking to get up for Maeve Trammell before it's sent all the way to the outside. Kornacki all the way out to get it as she will cover this one up just outside of her goal mound. So opening 15 minutes in, both goaltenders yet with a shot on goal. As we said before, here, back and forth action though. Pope working from right to left, Dedham working from left to right. Here, without a registered shot on goal, but certainly neutral zone coverage and coverage in each of their zones has been pretty big here. Just both teams unable to get any shots off so far. I think that's a key thing that has played into this Pope Francis and Dedham game so far. As the ball was sent back in, but it'll be sent immediately back out of bounds. On the far side, then we'll get the throw-in. Brasilarchi looking to work the header forward. Forward's looking to get sent forward by Nina Gasparo of the Marauders. Smart plays it in. Hannah Johnson works along the far side for Peyton Ramirez. Ramirez looking upfield for Peyton Beeling. Gives a look-off pass, though. Finds Chelsea Brennan further upfield. Leaves it back for Maeve Trammell. Rylan Wishkevitz, though, on her horse. Trying to get it upfield, though, as she gets the block. And I believe this will be a Dedham throw-in. Deep into the Marauders D zone. Ball is inbound and it's taken away, though, as it was Maeve Trammell looking to get the pass up for Mila Dillard before we finally get a first shot on goal here. Courtesy of Mila Dillard. Is more of a touch pass forward, but still, it gets the job done here. So sophomore goaltender Viv Aranda with her first save for the Marauders. and cease. As the ball sent out of play here along the far side of the field. They're nearly halfway gone through this opening half so far. So winter sports season coming up here as well. We have boys hockey, the opening game, a scrimmage versus Choate. A little bit of a knapsack team to start off the season here for a scrimmage. Girls hockey versus LaSalle, as that is also a scrimmage set on the road as December 6th at 5:30. Girls and boys basketball, though, with I believe this is St. Mary's kickoff here. So those are two tournament scrimmages set for away games here. And that is set for December 12th at 5:15 and 6:45 p.m. So boys and girls basketball kicking off with the tournament games. Girls and boys hockey kicking off with two scrimmages. Girls hockey versus LaSalle and boys hockey versus Choate Rosemary Hall. As the girls hockey game is set for 5:30 on December 6th, and the boys hockey game is set for 6 p.m. on December 3rd. As subs coming into the field, Chelsea Brennan heads off and Layla Rosati on for the Cardinals. As looking to gain it inch by inch here along the far side. Pope Rangers just working their way slowly deep into the Dedham zone. Dillard gets the pass off for Ella Brassalarchi. Milo Dillard, though, looking to get a centering pass over for Shabelli. Shabelli gives it off for Termel. Termel looking to fire a shot off there, though. It was poked out by the Marauders defense. Madison Williams. Re-entering try again. Wishkevitz looking to work it in for Brassalarchi. Brassalarchi trying to get something going forward, though. For it sent back up by Sophie Samard. Samard looking back down low. Hannah Johnson sends it forward for Ella Brassalarchi. Brassalarchi trying to work middle for Rosati. Rosati over for Termel. Looking to go forward for Wishkevitz, though. Instead trying to find Dillard. Wishkevitz, though, collects the rebound shot here. Sent just along the far side of the net. As Pope's starting to get some ozone time in here for deep into the zone. As we've seen a couple opportunities going both ways here. But Pope with the only shot on goal so far. As Dedham looking to work it forward here on a near partial breakaway here. Hannah Johnson and Peyton Ramirez getting back for the Cardinals here. As the Marauders play it back, it was Julia Walsh playing it back. Now looking to regain possession here from Sophie Samard as Walsh again. Only thing I'm going to need you to do is the goal horn. $17:30 now remaining in the opening half. Here, so the Division III bracket with a lot of chaos really going on here. And I think something, especially taking a look at this number 1 versus number 25 seed that we had here. Before that, we had not. So Tewksbury had upset Belchertown, the number 8 seeded Belchertown, with a 5-2 win, a big time scoring and a big time blowout here. But across their opponent, who they would play for the Sweet 16, Martha's Vineyard would also have an upset over the number 9 ranked North Reading. So that would be 2 upsets in the opening round against top 10 teams here, and ultimately Tewksbury again upsetting Martha's Vineyard and coming out on top with a 2-0 win here. And Martha's Vineyard up to that point had a 1-0 win over North Reading. So a lot of upsets, though, that we have seen so far across the bracket so far. As we look just across the league here at the boys Division III bracket here. So unfortunately, Pope falling in the round of 16 to the Norwell Clippers, as they do for the second year. So Norwell set to take on Old Rochester Regional, the number 7 versus the number 1 seed here. And then across the bracket on the other Elite 8, we have the number 11 Pembroke set to take on the number 3 Dover Sherborne. And we have the number 1 seed upset in the round of 16 by a final score of 2-1 here, as Milo Dillard looking to fire a shot as this one rings off the field goal iron. So again, as I was saying, across the Division III bracket, a lot of upsets across boys and girls soccer in the Division III rankings here. But the number 1 seed of the Division III bracket gone down in the round of 16. Final score 2-1 as Medfield was upset by Scituate. And they're set to take on the winner of the number 25 Weston versus the number 9 East Bridgewater. And then across the bracket again, Chicopee still in the bracket so far with a 3-2 win in overtime versus Martha's Vineyard and a 4-1 win versus Hanover. So they're set to take on the winner of the Greater New Bedford, the number 4 seed versus the number 13 Watertown. So one Western Mass team remains here in the Division III state tournament. As a goal scored here, I was confused a little bit here, but it'll be Maeve Trammell getting the goal. 15 minutes remaining in regulation as Trammell with the opening goal for Pope Francis. Is it Trammell or is it Washkevitz? But regardless, Pope Francis up 1-0 in the opening 25 minutes of the game here. So Washkevitz with the opening goal here for her 12th of the season. Now 19 points, just 1 point behind leading point scorer MIAA Dillard here. But 20-19-15, the leading points for this big Pope Francis offense line. Here as they now hold a 1-0 lead. Under 15 minutes to play. The second shot on goal here for Dedham. As the Marauders still not with a registered shot on goal yet against Kornacki. So 2-0 the shots on goal in favor of Pope Francis. And Wiskevitz, though, lights the lamp for the Cardinals with under 15 to play in the opening half. The ball is worked here along the far side. Going to pick it up. Chelsea Brennan dishes the pass off for Shabelli. Shabelli looking to work back to the inside here for the Marauders. Recollect and send it back upfield. Not before it's picked off, though, again. Wiskevitz looking inside. Trying to give it off for Maeve Turmel. Block shot there by the Dedham defense. As that was Ruby Rosanek. Well, this ball is sent forward and it'll be scooped up by Aranda of Dedham as she sends this one deep into the 50-yard line where it's worked forward. Ali Soja taken down on the far side of the field before the ball is sent out of play. Under 12 now to play in regulation. Samard for the Pope Francis defense looking to work it forward before it's blocked. And I'm looking to come back the other way. Kornacki all the way out of her mound to get it here, but she will collect a rebound for her first save of the night. So 3-1 shots on goal in favor of the Cardinals. There's the rain still continuing to come down here in Springfield, Mass. Peyton Beedling, good block to keep it forward. Beedling works it for Turmel, center of the field. Gave Turmel some time and room. Turmel, pass forward, trying to find Chelsea Brennan before it's sent back out of bounds here. The Marauders have to regroup here. Madison Williams looking to work it forward. Peyton Beedling looking to break up the play midfield as she does. The pass couldn't get up for Julia Walsh. Ball inbound along the close side of the field by the Marauders. Maddie Chu looking to work it forward. Cardinals looking to get a break here, though, before Ali Soja looking to make a step up before sent back upfield by Dedham. Chelsea Brennan looking to get the clear. Sent to the middle, though. Marauders looking to come back the other way. Here as it was Peyton McDonald looking to work it forward. Get some ozone time for Dedham. Here, though, on the ball, Nina Gasparo. Looking to work it deep, though. Peyton Ramirez will let this one go out of bounds. Under 10 now to play in regulation so far. So girls soccer, the only team remaining here among the Pope Athletics team, as we said before. Here, so it's win and move on or lose and go home, as it is among very, very many of the games here that we cover, especially throughout the playoff games here at Pope Francis. Ball looking to get sent up forward. Marauders inbound. Samar looking to send it back up the close, or rather the far sidelines. Here, 9 minutes now remaining in regulation. Thrown deep into the Pope O zone, or rather the Pope D zone here before it's picked up by Alyssa Holton, as it'll be a save made by Eden Kornacki off that shot from the far side. The 50-yard line, Chelsea Brennan looking to work it forward, or is looking to clear it. Charlotte Kelly looked to get the clear there on that attempt. Peyton Beedling trying to give it off to the middle for Peyton Ramirez. With a midfield collision, though, by Hannah Johnson. And Marauders forward Peyton McDonald. Oh, as they looked, Dedham looks to work it back into the zone. Nina Gasparo trying to fire a shot off here. Dedham with a good ozone possession here and some opportunities. Gasparo again trying to fire a shot off before this one's sent out of bounds. Here with 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Now on the close side, Peyton McDonald inbounds. Trying to work it up for Alyssa Holton. Holton will get the throw in again. Going to work it forward along the close side for Gasparo. Gasparo leaves the pass. Far side shot here. It'll get on goal for Kornacki, but no rebound so far as the Marauders starting to come to life here. 3-3 the shots on goal so far with 7:30 remaining in regulation. Wishkevitz looking to get the pass forward for Chelsea Brennan. Dedham, though, will clear it out of their own D zone. Ali Soja will get the throw in. Soja feeds it up for Mila Dillard. The ball is sent out of bounds, and it'll be Marauders throw in as it'll go upfield here. Pope thought they had possession and they would have got the throw in. Hannah Johnson along the close side for the Pope Francis defense. Here, this will be going in the way of Pope. With just under 7 to play now in regulation. So Shabelli gets the throw in, looking to work it upfield for Dillard. Instead, she finds the pass off for Chelsea Brennan. Brennan, though, looking to work it forward. Dedham trying to come back the other way as Marauders will regain possession. So a long-distance shot here from Alyssa Holton, blocked out in front by Gabby Shabelli. Shabelli looking to work it deep into the zone here. Trying to find Rylan Wishkevitz. Wishkevitz with a burst of speed here, though. Good poke to keep it out to the sidelines here with under 6 to play now in the opening half so far. Mila Dillard set to take the corner kick. Looking to work inside. Ali Soja trying to get the deflection off. Here, Marauders clear. Shabelli keeps along the far side for Mila Dillard. Dillard got the fire shot off here. Just sent wide of the net with under 5 to play now. As Samart almost upended here deep into the D zone. She looks to work it forward. Soja trying to regain possession of the ball. Marauders looking to work it back upfield, though. And not before play is broken up by Gabby Shabelli. And then along the close side here, ball pressured on by Julia Walsh. Walsh looking to fire shots to the middle here. Shot bounced around pinball at the 10-yard line. Kornacki, though, able to clear out of the zone. Chelsea Brennan here in a foot race here to the goal. All the way out to play it is Aranda. Chelsea Brennan, though, will regroup for the Cardinals. Here trying to make a move to the middle. Leaves the pass off for Rylan Wishkevitz. Wishkevitz, 2 moves there. Trying to fire a shot off before it's blocked again and sent out of bounds. Here as Rosati will head into the game for the Cardinals along the close side of the field. So Rosati in and Brennan off onto the field for the Marauders. Though Alyssa Holton off. and Gasparo back on. As we have another corner kick here coming from MIAA Dillard. For the chance to put Pope Francis up 2-1 here with 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. Dillard's shot almost got all the way to the net here, but Aranda with a good save for her fourth of the night, or rather her third of the night, as Pope regains possession of the regains control of the shots on goal leaderboard. Now 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Then I'm looking to work it back the other way. Kornacki all the way out to play it here as she will cover up for her fourth save of the night. Kornacki, punt all the way to center field. Marauders looking to work it back into the zone. Here for it's looked on the far side, trying to find Gasparo on a burst of speed. Nothing would go for her, though, as with 2:30 now remaining in regulation. Cardinals looking to work it back forward. Ball sent up for Ali Soja. Soja. Pass broken up, though. Rosati will get the throw in. Ali Soja looking upfield for Layla Rosati. Ball sent, though, back out of field again by Marauders defenseman Maddie Chu. So Ali Soja will get the throw in again. Leaves it off for MIAA Dillard. Dillard gives a touch pass for Gabby Shabelli. Ali Soja, though, picks the ball back up. Gonna go this way and that. Soja works inside for Layla Rosati. Rosati trying to get a play moving to the inside. Under 2 minutes now remaining in regulation, so we are on officials time here. Pope Francis up 1-0 with Shkevitz with the opening goal. Her 12th of the season so far, and her 19th point this season as well, as the Marauders will regain possession and head back in the, looking to get this upfield, as that pass was inbounded but sent right back into the Marauders D zone. Here, Dillard looking to work it forward. Shabelli picks the pass off. Shabelli looking to work it forward. Pass over from MIAA Dillard at the 30-yard line. Dillard trying to find an inside lane and leave it off for Wishkevitz. Wishkevitz now in a foot race here along the far side of the field. Here with Charlotte Kelly. As this will go in favor of Pope Francis. So the Cardinals will get the inbound. On the far side of the field, Turmel sends it in. Marauders looking to work it out. Just kill the rest of the clock here. Only down 1-0. So certainly looking to maybe tie things up here if you can get one last rush downfield. Unlikely for it to happen, though. But regardless, a 1-0 hole that they now sit in here as ball is worked forward, and Kornacki will cover this one up just outside the 10-yard line. Where it's looked to work forward. Kornacki all the way to 50. Dillard gets the header forward, looking upfield for Layla Rosati. Ali Soja will get the throw in here. Well, has to be the final seconds of the opening half here, ticking down. As ball is sent just out of field. Soja deflected over for MIAA Dillard here as Beedling got the inbounded ball. Soja trying to work it back upfield again. Ford is sent just inside the field. Peyton Beedling will get the throw in. Gonna work it up for Layla Rosati. Rosati over for Dillard. Dillard trying to give herself a self-pass here as we are at halftime now. So Pope Francis with a 1-0 lead. Wishkevitz with the opening goal here when we return the second half of regulation, and more than likely it could just be dead talk here, so I do apologize for that. But a good game we have seen so far, and we're still going to bring you coverage, and we will certainly hope to bring you coverage of the Elite Eight coming up more than likely on Thursday if Pope Francis will advance past this round.